This is my gear loadout for my stealth hammock camp that will be going on. Here we have my 37-liter pack, my water bottle, water filtration, life straw, my hatchet, my saw, my hammock straps, battery packs, bug net, outdoor vitals pillow, sleep mat, free soldier tarp, spork, cordage, gorilla tape, first aid kit, tree straps, headlamp, lantern, snare wire, multi-tool, cotton bandana, cordage again, long spoon, my coffee cup, my cooking pot, Coleman 1-burner stove, my e-tool, and my sleeping bag. Hi everyone. Once again, we're on our way to do a solo overnight. We're going to be doing a hammock camp. Actually, I'm in northwest central Florida. And right now I'm on a trail. And we're going to go find a spot where we can be stealth with my hammock. The weather right now is 85 degrees. And the low tonight is supposed to be right about 70, between the low 70s. So we'll get on to it. Well, I guess I found the spot where I'm going to set up my hammock, and got to get to it. We ain't got much time left. I've been hiking a long time. These two trees just might be a little bit too close. It might be a saggy night. Well, we'll deal with it. Running out of daylight. Now I always put my bug net on after get the hammock set. You know, I got to disconnect the hammock in order to do so. You know what, as a matter of fact, because it's going to be such a cool night, I don't think I'm going to have too much of an issue with mosquitoes. And I can always throw a water bottle inside the stuffed sack and put it over me, and that should be good to go. It'll act as its own bug net. Okay, your shelter system is up. Like I said, temperature tonight, I haven't had a problem with mosquitoes yet. I'm going to go ahead and not use the bug net. If I start getting bit up, I'll put a water bottle in my stuffed sack of the hammock, flip it over the top of me, and that'll act as a bug net. Shelter and sleep system complete. You remember, we're only going to be here for one night. I'm not even going to worry about digging a fire. I'm going to go ahead and heat up a ramen for dinner tonight. Okay, everybody, it's been a long day. I got a late start on the hike. I did get my shelter system up in time, as you guys saw in the video. just before dark, I made myself some ramen with some dried beef on my single burner stove, and I'm exhausted, so I'm going to go ahead and call it a night, and we'll see y'all in the morning. And of course I get woke up in the night. I don't know if it's a hog rustling through the brush or if it's a big armadillo. I didn't hear any snorting. I'm leaning more towards an armadillo. Now I'm really leaning towards an armadillo, because if it was a hog, it would have taken off like a banshee. This animal has not done that. Let's see if I can get a picture of whatever it is. Oh, it's an armadillo, and there he is. See the light gray? Oh, he's a fat one too. There he is. It's an armadillo. You just never know when you're out in unfamiliar woods. Well, good morning, everybody. It was a good night's sleep. One thing's for sure, a hammock often gives me a better rest when I'm in the woods. And it was a good night's sleep. Feel a little bit more recharged now from the long hike from yesterday. And I'm not going to break camp right away. I'm going to be here for a little bit. And I think I need to get up and make some coffee. It's roughly, I want to say 7:30ish right now, and it only got down to right about 70 degrees. I checked my thermometer that's attached to my backpack, and last night when I got up to go pee, and it only got down to 70, so it was very comfortable. Didn't get bothered up by not one single mosquito, not one. However, through the hike, I picked up some ticks. I did pick some ticks off of me last night. All right, let's get some coffee. Get woke up. Time to make some coffee. Let's see. As you can see, the sun is starting to come up, shining through the trees. Now in my eye hole. Let's take a minute and talk about my personal first aid kit. I did a video on a little while ago. Let's see it. My first aid kit I keep in a pill bottle, as you know. But I was asked a couple of questions about it. One of the questions is, why don't I carry moleskin? Well, moleskin can come in handy, but the good cure to prevent your blisters is, well, you wear the proper fitting shoes. My boots that I wear are military style. In fact, they are AR 670-1 compliant, or at least they were back when I was in. But they fit my feet, so I don't have spots rubbing. Simple. Properly fitting footwear prevents blisters. The other question that I had gotten is, why don't I carry a tourniquet? Well, a tourniquet is actually a piece of equipment in a first aid kit that usually is never included, because if you do not know how to use a tourniquet properly, you can cause more damage. That being said, if you need a tourniquet and you need a medical attention immediately, the temporary tourniquet would be proper if you need to use it, but you have things. Your shirt can be used as a tourniquet. Your belt can be used as a tourniquet. Cordage can be used as a tourniquet. Your shoelaces can be used as a tourniquet. The purpose of a tourniquet is to slow the bleeding so that the blood starts clotting. If you put a tourniquet on too tight and it's on too long, like for instance, if I have a major bleeding out of my leg, I put a tourniquet on, I tighten it up, and I do it improperly, and it's on too long, the tourniquet causes you to lose your leg, because essentially you're shutting all the blood off to that part of your body. That part of your body starts to die. I do not recommend tourniquets unless it's an absolute necessity. An alternative to tourniquets, they sell what is called bleed stop. You can buy them in your local pharmacies. That works really well. But if you remember, in my first aid kit, I do carry a tube, a super glue. Super glue access temporary sutures, and will suffice until you can get medical emergency treatment. So I do not recommend using a tourniquet. Now, in my hunting first aid kit, which is very similar to this, with the exception that I do carry a tampon. Not that a tampon would do you good with a large caliber round, but if somebody or myself was to accidentally get shot, you use a tampon. Think about it. I really don't want to go into the explanation and how the physics of that works, but I'm sure you can figure it out on your own. I also carry a 1 foot by 1 foot piece of plastic painter sheeting. Plastic. It's found in most of your box stores like Home Depot, Lowe's. You can even find it at Walmart. That is to cover a wound, especially if you have a chest wound. You can cover that chest wound, and it prevents you, especially if you have a lung shot, prevents the air from sucking in. That's all it does. Other than that, I do not recommend a tourniquet. If you need a tourniquet, you already have them on you. Worst case scenario, you're not going to, you put a tourniquet on yourself. Usually you go, if you're bleeding that bad, you're going to go into shock right away. This is not the movies. Tourniquets are usually applied by a second person. I'm not saying that it will always be that way, but just in case, most times it's a second person that puts it on. But I do not recommend carrying a tourniquet simply for that reason. Plus, they're also bulky. It's why it's redundant when you have it already on you. All you got to do is use a little bit of common sense and you can make a tourniquet. When you're tying a tourniquet, tie a knot. First, you put down your padding of any kind whatsoever, not dirt, but a piece of shirt, your shirt, whatever. You tie your knot over the wound, place a stick over the top of that knot, tie the knot again, you twist the stick until you have enough pressure, tie the tourniquet in place until you can get medical help. The most important part is you want to be able to put 2 fingers between your tourniquet and your limb. That will slow down the blood flow and allow for clotting without completely shutting off the blood circulation to the rest of your body. Very important. you have a better chance of not losing any vital parts of your body that you need to. And no, you cannot put a tourniquet around somebody's neck. That's illegal in every state of the United States. That being said, that's the reason why I do not have or carry a tourniquet. So I'm going to continue enjoying my fresh hot coffee. My coffee is Walmart brand instant coffee. That's what I use. I put it in a Ziploc baggie, carry as much as I need. My tarp is a free soldier tarp. It comes with multiple tie outs along all the edges, and it also has tie outs along the ridge line. Very good piece of equipment, guaranteed to be waterproof, unless of course you get a hole in it. But it is nylon. It's got a rubber plastic coating on the inside. Been very happy. I have several of these tarps. I have one of these tarps, I think, with every single one of my backpacks that I have, and I have several. My hammock is a single person UCO hammock. It's camouflage in nature. My sleep pad is, as you know, is a Climate Static V. It is not the insulated version. This being Florida, very seldom will I be in a hammock in extreme cold weather. For us, extreme cold weather is below 40. If I do, then if I find myself in that situation, then I usually have a additional closed cell sleep pad underneath it. That'll keep any airflow that can access, sort of as an underquilt. I don't carry an underquilt. My sleeping bag is an Ozark Trail 30-degree mummy bag. It'll keep you warm basically all year round in Florida. There are some nights when it gets a little bit colder, especially if you're in a hammock, you might get the cold butt syndrome. But that's where the closed cell foam sleep pad comes in handy. You can also prevent cold butt syndrome in Florida by lowering your hammock system as close to the ground as possible, along with your tarp. That'll keep the airflow from going to an inch above the ground. I do not have a ground sheet deployed for this one. As you can see, my hammock ridge line I custom made for myself. It fits the way that I like to sleep in the U shape that I enjoy, and I get my best sleep. I sleep on an angle, so that way I'm mostly horizontal instead of shaped like a banana. My bug net. I did not use my bug net yesterday, as you all know. My bug net is a UCO hammock bug net. It's one piece. The hammock goes inside the bug net. It's got a big smiley face. I usually put the hammock up first, and then I put the disconnect at the D-rings, slide the hammock in through one side of the bug net, reconnect it, pull it down to the other side, do the same thing, zip it up, and you're good to go. The ridgeline not only maintains a steady and consistent shape for your hammock while you're sleeping, but it also comes in handy for holding lighting and a headlight if I want to read a book or anything. Last night I was just exhausted, and then of course we had the armadillo come through. It was a little exciting. Until then, I'm going to finish my coffee, and then we'll get started with our day. I'm going to stand still and just pivot. I'm going to turn in a circle and count all the rubs. Okay, we have one right here. We have one right here. I'm going to turn this way. We have one right there, one right here, one behind it, one over here. And continue to turn. One right here, three right there, this one right here in front of me, that one, fourth one right there, that's a lot of rubs within 20 yard circle. Hi y'all, I'm just now getting back from a short little 5-mile scouting hike, looking for a new place to bow hunt. And I'm going to go ahead and let you all know that I found a spot that I think will be a good ideal place to set up a tent stealth camp. It's right next to a 5-acre lake, or about 5 acres. Plenty of fish in it, but there is a hiking trail that goes right around the entire perimeter of the pond. But I do believe that's going to be one of our next videos here in the near future. Got work tomorrow, so I'm going to go ahead and break down camp. Remember to hit the like, subscribe, and the notifications bell, and please leave a comment. I enjoy reading them, and if you have any questions, I'll certainly answer them. Until next time, have a good one. Thank you for watching, and please hit the like, the subscribe, and the notifications bell, and we will see you next time.